Treasury Secretary Yellen said Congress needed to go big with its economic stimulus. What has the response been with other people and regarding those comments?
Well, most people are very excited about it because most Americans stand to gain to receive the $1,400 checks each, and then child tax credit, as you mentioned earlier, and school aid for schools and for local governments and state governments. So I think most people are enthusiastic about it. Janet Yellen is absolutely right. It needs to go big because this is a time to stimulate the economy and to provide relief, especially for people that are really suffering.
Saw Anthony Fauci during the week talking about the fact that there have been over 80 million Americans now vaccinated. They're doing 2 a day. So this really is moving in the right direction, Peter.
Yeah, it certainly is. Especially 2 million a day is even better than we thought. And President Biden said, at this rate, we'll get everyone get vaccinated by the end of May rather than in July, except for children. The children's vaccine is a key also, and it's not here yet. They're working on it right now. They're going to be testing it. And once that's done, then the kids can safely go back to school, really safely, I mean, for sure. So yes, we're very excited about the development of the vaccine for itself and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine coming in. So that's going to be a one-shot vaccine that will be helpful as well.
Yes, and we just heard the Dalai Lama has had his first jab and first appearance in a year. But also one of Joe Biden's top priorities is for every educator to be vaccinated by the end of March. So you're talking about children, but yes, it's interesting to see that that's one of his top priorities in terms of educators.
Yes, indeed. The educators are very important to be vaccinated because they'll be teaching there all day with children, and they can spread it to each other being adults. They can spread it to other adults there, so the staff members, and not just the teachers, but teachers are very important. So that's a really big, important component to get it done soon. And Joe Biden's making it a priority for the educators themselves.
Really interesting story that we came across yesterday. It's been around for the last few days. Is the Pope's visit to Iraq, which surprised me because I was thinking we hadn't seen any type of visit like that from any notable people for quite some time.
Yes, indeed. And it was very encouraging to see that. He's promoting the harmony between different religious faiths in the world, and is showing the Christians in Iraq some support because they have been very, had a lot of problems, and some of them have been decimated over the years in the war. And so now this gives them a moral lift as well. The fact that he's actually there.
2 elderly men in one small, simple room.
Quite interesting to see that.
That we're hearing a lot, including increase in purchases of anti-vaccination books online companies. They're looking at putting a warning tag on these books. It's quite concerning for a lot of people.
Can you repeat that once again, please, about that?
The increase in purchases of the anti-vaccination books. So companies like Amazon, they're putting looking at putting warning tags on the books.
I think they should, because that's a very negative development, and these vaccines are lifesavers. Even the Pope said that it's important for people to take the vaccine because it's for life and not death. That's a spiritual value. So these anti-vaxxers are way out of control. They're way off on the science, and there should be warnings on those books. And it's alarming that so many people are buying them. But I think more and more Americans now are accepting that they're going to be vaccinated. The numbers went up actually in recent weeks as their relatives got vaccinated and friends got vaccinated.
Yeah, the problem is that they have no evidence, most of the anti-vaxxers, and it's vital that, the population of the world gets vaccinated so we can move ahead with some sort of sense of positivity. Finally, we've seen Donald Trump speak before we last spoke. What did you make of it all?
His speech at CPAC was quite expected, unfortunately, but he has got a lot of support still among the grassroots and a few of the more extremist leaders like Ron DeSantis of Florida, and a few other people who are politicians who support him are afraid to go against him, but some of them believe in that. Look at DeSantis opening up the no more masking in Florida and Texas, and Florida's always been open to not having any cautious antivirus problem. And mostly with Trump, it has to do with the fact that the people are afraid of him defeating his supporters, going out and voting against them in the next elections. So right now, the party is split. A minority of Republicans, probably 40% of them the leadership, are against Trump. They want to start the party anew, but a majority of Republican leaders are out there supporting him. So it's a very difficult time for the Republican Party to come out and find its way and really move in the correct direction, which should be a more tolerant direction, a direction that's more moderate and that accepts the election results of what happened in 2020. Trump was still saying at CPAC that he won the election. And he'll say he may run it a third time, and he said he may win a third time. That's a terrible statement if he runs again in 4 years. So we have to watch for that and see what happens.
Peter, always great to get your insights, and have a great week, and no doubt we'll see you very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.